The worst 90-Day Fiancé villains will never, ever change. They're set in their ways. These troubled cast members may be bad to the bone. 90-Day Fiancé villains sink so low, and they're known for their jaw-dropping words and actions. Whether they're clashing with partners, in-laws, fans, or the police, they're wreaking havoc. Since their bad behavior's ingrained, it's a pretty safe bet that they're beyond redemption. Everything they do isn't bad, but the negative things really stand out. While some villains have what it takes to turn things around and become fan favorites, these 90DF franchise stars aren't going to be winning hearts anytime soon. Some of them couldn't hang on to their partners, much less please the public. 90-Day Fiancé celebrates villains. Well, most of them. Some, like jailbird Jeffrey Paschal, go too far. Without drama to fuel the fire, the entire franchise might end up in ashes. Bad cast members are often the ones who stir things up on screen, whether they're yelling from the tops of staircases like Larissa Lima, "Whoever is against the queen will die," or rubbing new love interests in exes' faces. Big Ed Brown's former flame Liz Woods is doing that right now. Andrei from Moldova is rude and greedy. In terms of 90DF villains, he was so openly using Libby Pothast's family. The way he would take Chuck Pothast's money was almost conscienceless. He wanted Chuck to foot the bill for his extravagant Moldovan wedding. Later, he hit his father-in-law up for $100,000 to start a business. Chuck wouldn't give him the money. Both times, Andrei was ultra-selfish. Somewhere along the line, Andrei started believing that it's a dog-eat-dog world. What he wanted came first. Andrei's me-first attitude has caused so many problems. It strained his marriage, although he and Libby are still together. Libby was somewhat dependent on Chuck before Andrei, and afterward, mostly due to Andrei's demands, she really had to lean on her dad. It got to the point that Chuck was like some sort of bank. Libby was working for him, Andrei was borrowing, or just taking, money, and Chuck offered Andrei a job at his company in lieu of giving him the $100K he asked for. Andrei's attitude towards money and his in-laws shows who he really is. He feels entitled to their cash because he married their daughter. He gets angry when he tries to use them and is thwarted. Sometimes, Andrei goes to war with other Pothasts too, including Charlie Pothast. Their feud is legendary. In fact, during one dispute, Andrei got very emotional. The brash 90-Day Fiancé star from Moldova threatened to his brother-in-law. Yes, Andrei had violence on his mind, and not for the first time. He's never one to shy away from a no-holds-barred brawl, even if it ruins a family get-together. That's another side of his personality that probably won't change. Sure, he could mellow with age, a lot of people do, but there's always that hair-trigger temper. It pushes him to do some terrible things. When he's not swearing at his wife, he's ordering her to listen double. Sometimes, he seems like a real jerk. In the TLC clip shown at YouTube, one of Andrei's insults is almost lost in translation. Andrei needs some kind of anger management training. He needs to stop asking other people for money. The world does not owe Andrei a living. While he does seem to love his wife, he also needs to work on his communication skills. He talks down to her, and this might eventually lead to a breakup. She's put up with a lot as it is. Andrei's a caring father, although he curses around his kids sometimes, and hopefully, he's gentle with the little ones. They do seem to bring out his softer side. However, he'll always be Andrei, and that's why he'll never redeem himself. He is who he is. No one can change him. Kareen's been involved in so much drama and so many scandals. In the past, while interacting with Paul, Kareen seemed so cold and mean. It almost seemed like she hated him. The couple didn't have much money, and Paul appeared to be mentally unstable. Once, during an argument, he ran off. His behavior seemed very disordered. Kareen had more self-control, but she didn't exactly nurture an already disturbed Paul. When the pair lost custody of their sons, Ethan and Pierre Stale, after Kareen got violent with Paul during an argument, Kareen did try to change. She's done some positive things. For example, Kareen's working night shifts at UPS, where she makes over $20 an hour. She said she's tired at the end of her shifts, but likes the work. UPS might be better than working at a place like OnlyFans, where she's trading racy content for cash. At UPS, Kareen may be able to move up, and she doesn't need to take off her clothes. She can wear her brown UPS shirt and get by based on her hard work rather than her physical attributes. There's more of a future in that, and it might be a lot more fulfilling too. While Kareen is working because she wants a stable income and brighter future, she wants her kids back, she's still quite a problematic woman. She likes to cause trouble. There's something in her that's a bit confrontational, aggressive, and cold. Corinne has very little softness and doesn't seem to be the most maternal person. At Instagram, she keeps posting sexy content even though she lost custody of her kids. Posing provocatively should probably be the last thing on her mind right now. While expressing sexuality can be healthy, Corinne, posing below in a skin-tight blue outfit, is in unusual circumstances. She's trying to win back custody, and it seems like she's setting herself up to fail. Is Corinne subconsciously sabotaging herself with IG pics that show a lot of skin and odd posts which show her posing in kooky Halloween costumes? Maybe so. Corinne surely loves her boys, but maybe the responsibility of parenting alone, which might happen if she regained custody and Paul didn't get the same privilege, seems very overwhelming. She may not even realize that the sexy pictures could hurt her chances. They shouldn't, but they still could. That's the way the world is, and Corinne should pay more attention to her image. Paul also tries to put his ex down, albeit passively aggressively. He's unloaded online, implying that Corinne's dating a lot of guys. He makes a show of being nice to her, but also makes sure that people think the worst of her. Paul's no gentleman, as his "she's dating several different men" comment is just so transparently a diss. Corinne's abused Paul on video, and she's accused him of being abusive. She got a restraining order against him, which the court upheld. In this case, as Paul said above, both sides are toxic. It's unlikely that Corinne will ever have a really peaceful life because she doesn't seem to want one.